Hello Bistros, welcome back again. As you see, I'm doing a My Hero Academia quiz of which character I am from My Hero Academia. Now, I actually said I was going to do that after the whole Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Holy shit, that's long. Really short than that. Only because I said, like, oh, I'm Deku, so I want to see if I can be Deku. Now, this says it's going to be like a 5-minute quiz right here. With me, it's probably definitely going to be longer than 5 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised it's like half an hour or so, only because I do talk stuff. But I did quickly read this. It's just basically saying about, you know, My Hero Academia and stuff like that, and like a summary about it right here. And then this one's basically saying now, do you have what it takes to attend UA? Which one of these superheroes are you most like? Take the quiz to see who your superhero doppelganger is. Plus Ultra. So again, nothing really much interesting here. If you guys want to like look at it yourself again, because again, I'm going to be having a link to this quiz in the description down below, so you guys can try it out too and see what My Hero Academia characters you get. Now, there's at least 3 characters I would love to get. Deku, of course, because Deku is Deku. Deku's OP, Deku's amazing, of course, and especially having all for one. And if I'm lucky enough to be like Deku, of course, I can get like all the spoilers alert if you guys don't read the manga. There's at least also other powers from previous All for One users that Dekus will be able to use, of course. One of them, if you guys don't know, is like Black Whip. Basically, he kind of like I don't know, summons out of his fingers or something like that, black whips and stuff like things, or tentacle like stuff. And because of All for One, these things have like supercharge. So yeah, it's pretty badass for sure. Now, another character I wouldn't mind getting then is Kirishima, because Kirishima I think is a really interesting character. I I read the manga, of course, about his backstory and stuff like that. It was nice, of course, how he is in the manga, but in the anime, I think it portrayed him more of his character more than the manga did. Okay, and then of course another character I wouldn't mind getting is Froppy, because Froppy is my waifu in My Hero Academia, and also I will fight you if you guys say I'm wrong. Best girl in My Hero Academia, because Froppy is amazing. Froppy is life. But here we go. We're gonna get started now. If you meet someone with a quirk, what would you do? I'd cry. Treat them like everyone else. I'll be cautious around them. I'll befriend them. Honestly, I would just treat them like everyone else. Like, if I'm living in a world where everyone has quirks and stuff, like, you know, Deku's world, well, in the My Hero Academia world in general, 80% of people have quirks and stuff like that. Like, even if I'm like one of those 20% people like Deku during the time that did not have a quirk, it was still the mundane of the world and stuff like that. It was just normal. The normal stuff that goes around. So, yeah, I'll be that. Alright, if you could choose your quirk, which one would you choose? Let's see. I think I would like a quirk that is flexible so I could use it in different situations. I'll choose something that relies on my physical strength. I'll choose one that would manipulate the elements. Oh, so I could be the Avatar. I can use the air, fire. Well, it didn't say what elements. But I can't really say. I'm gonna go. But I'll choose something that would use mental manipulation. Honestly, I'd rather go with something that's more flexible, because depending on the situation, if it's a natural disaster kind of thing, rescue, hostage, fighting villains, and so on like that, I'd rather have something that's really flexible. That way, I can be ready for almost any situation. That's me. Okay, how often are you in the care of Recovery Girl? Let's see. I have visited her more than I like. I'll never be there, but I heard it's pretty nice. I live in the infirmary, or only when I'm gravely injured. I will go more like if I'm gravely injured, because if I'm going there because of like simple bumps and bruises and stuff, there's really no reason for that. If I was like got my arm gouged or something like that, then yeah, I would definitely see a Recovery Girl for that. So most likely that. Which of the UA staff is your favorite? All Might, Recovery Girl, President Mike, or Shoto Oizawa? Okay, this one's gonna have a debate because I like Oizawa. Oizawa is a very interesting character. I like him very much, actually, too. And plus, he's pretty funny. Plus, he's a badass, and Quirk's pretty good. But I gotta go with All Might. Like, who does not like All Might? Now, again, some of you guys probably would actually say, "Oh, I don't like All Might," but again, that's a preference thing. I actually like All Might. I think All Might is a pretty interesting dude. Both in his, like, you know, I guess muscle form and non-muscle form. All Might, I think, is a really good character. Which of these ailments do you tend to suffer from? I get a headache, I have a nosebleed, I sprain my ankle a lot, I get dry eyes. Now, dry eyes, no. Nosebleed, no. I haven't got nosebleeds since a kid. Headaches, I do get headaches here and there and stuff like that. It's just more from, like, stress. But sprain my ankle, I have to be honest, I do that a lot. I usually sprain my ankles a lot more than I would like to say I would have done in the past. Hell, 3 weeks ago I sprained my ankle before, so I have to go with sprain my ankle. I have to, like, hands down. Would you say you fight smart? Okay, this is gonna be an interesting one. Now, my quirk is so strong that I could take people out with one shot. Hold on, let me finish reading. I'll actually give my opinion about that one right there. Yes, I continually analyze my opponents. Yes, I practice my strategy before I step into the ring again. Only to use the environment against my oppression. Oh, no. I'm trying to think. That's why. Like, the one-shot thing, like, I'm thinking, like, I can kind of understand this one, why this would be here, because of, like, All Might, because All Might can most likely beat anyone with one shot, really. But the thing is, though, All Might is not an idiot. All Might is smart about what he does, okay? Because, like, I'm thinking about another, like, example, like Superman. Superman is, like, so ridiculously strong that he has to be careful when he's punching anything or when he's doing anything in his daily life, because he is ridiculous. Well, depending on what comic version or comic book universe version of him you do. Superman can easily destroy anything with, like, a flick of a finger or something. That's why. But he really has to think carefully and be really careful. So, see, that wouldn't be me. Basically, out of all these four, I would most likely be using my environment. Okay? That's basically me, because if I'm fighting someone, if it's like a sports fight, like a sporting fight or something like an MMA or boxing, something that's like a sport, then yeah, all rules and stuff like that. So I wouldn't really be using my environment that much, really, or at all, really, much to use. But if I'm fighting someone like outside in the ring, like outside on the streets and stuff like that, like damn sure I'm using my environment. Okay, stuff. I'd rather be like play small like that. But which quirk would you consider the most useless? Ooh, this is gonna be interesting now. And that is sticky balls. Oh my god, I would definitely say that is a useless already. I would easily pick that one. But let me just see the other choices. Naval lasers. No, I don't say that's useless. Like, yes, the lasers at the belly button, and I wouldn't say that's a very weird spot to have it. Like, hell, like, it can come out of my ass or I care, or my nipples or something like that. It's still a laser, regardless. So, I wouldn't say that is a useless quirk regardless. Like, I'll admit it's in a strange place for a laser, but it's still a laser nonetheless. So, that's not useless. Tape bombs. Okay, that's what the other character. Again, I'm not gonna remember all the characters' names. But I know the one they're talking about. The one that shoots tape out of his, like, elbows, I guess, basically. I wouldn't say that's useless because it could definitely, basically, it's just like the sticky balls thing. Like, he can't immobilize people, of course, or villains, or anything like that. But he can also use it for mobility. Okay, from getting to point A to point B. Also good for rescue. And depending on also how strong these tapes are. We don't know technically how strong they are. Hell, it could be strong as, maybe almost as steel cables or something like that. Maybe almost. I don't know. Okay? And creating mushrooms, again, I wouldn't say that's useless. I know they're talking about the mushroom girl with this one. So, but I wouldn't say that's useless at all. So the most useless one is hands down, man, that is sticky balls. Alright. Are you more offensive or defensive fighter? Okay, for me, before I look at the choices, for me, I'm gonna say I'm pretty much both. It just depends on the situations, though. Okay? Like, if I know someone is probably at least more physically stronger than me, okay, in a way, or at least have more experience or more technique or something, I'll probably be a little more defensive. But if I know I might have the upper hand, I might play more offensively. But like I said, for me, it depends, but let's see. Depends on the situation, yes, alright? I'm more of a defense than offense. I think I'm a little bit of both. Again, still, these two kind of go together, really. I'm more offensive than defensive. I'm gonna go with both. I'm going with this one. It depends on the situation. It really does depend on the situation, because I'm not gonna, like, fight someone just straight out offensively or defensively if I'm not going to have the upper hand either way. Yeah, like, when it comes to fighting, you need to, like, I think if anyone does, like, any kind of, like, fighting or something like that, just in general, okay, or wants to learn how to fight, or even if they know how to fight, basically, I think everyone should know a little bit of offensive defensive fighting and defense fighting, just in case, like I said, depending on the situation. Again, that's me. I'm just saying all this stuff because this is how I think of it. But, do you want your quirk to alter your appearance? Okay, so this is more like a mutation kind of quirk. So let's see what the choices are. No, I already look my quirk. Things like, no, I already like my quirk? I don't know. Sure, I don't care how many people know that I have a quirk. Well, yeah, that's the thing. If they have like a mutation quirk, of course, then it's obviously they have some kind of ability. Now, it still doesn't state what kind of quirk it is, though. Like, it does alter your appearance, but it can be like, okay, I can look like a hamster, but like, it makes me super strong. I'm just saying, like, because like I'm thinking about also the girl with the snake head. Again, like I said, I don't know all the names. Like, doesn't, like, usually when you see that, it makes you think like, oh, maybe she has some snake-like abilities. No, like, she just looks at you and then you be paralyzed temporarily. Like, how would I know that? Like, if I see a girl with a snake head, I'm gonna assume she has some kind of like snake-based quirk. But no, she just paralyzes people by staring at you. So me personally, I wouldn't care what. This one was most likely my answer. But let me see the other one though. No, I like looking like everyone else. I only want to adjust my appearance slightly. No, I'm gonna go with this one. I don't care if people know I have a quirk. I really don't. Plus, if it makes me look cool, like imagine it makes me look like a Beast, like from X-Men or something. Though there actually is a character in the My Hero Academia that actually is Beast-like. I think he's in class 1B. But next question is: you just found out that your favorite superhero is a fraud, living on living on borrowed time. What do you do? I moan that the hero is going to have to retire soon. I cry. I'll tell everyone and alert the media. I'll bury the knowledge away and use it only if necessary. This one. Like, I'm thinking this is more like the All Might situation when Deku found out about what happened to All Might, really. Though I don't know why All Might really explained the situation. He could have just made a lie, just saying like, you know, saying like, I know what All Might told him, like when he basically becomes his form, it's just him like, you know, sucking his gut, like making it look like he's like strong and buff and stuff like that, and just say it's part of his quirk or something like that. Just make something up like that, but he actually told Deku the whole thing. So I'm just saying, like, but it's making me think of that. So I'll most likely pick that choice. Next question is, how did you choose your superhero name? I was born with it. I just took a description of what I do. The childhood nickname. I let my friends pick it. Okay, I wouldn't really like my friends pick it because knowing some of my friends, actually, like if I, for example, let my brothers, because I do consider my brothers as friends, they would just pick something really stupid, and some of my friends could probably be at least a little bit inappropriate. Okay, born with it. That's probably like with the 10 years family name, because Ingenium is like a family name, really, like superhero name. So, childhood nickname, that's probably something that would be it, really, because I had like a lot of nicknames during the past, but it depends on what nickname. But I think most likely pick my name based on what I can do. Alright, who do you think is the most intelligent student in class 1A? This one's gonna be it. So the choices are Izuki Midoriya, Uraka Uchiha Uraka, Tenya Ida, Momo Yazuzu, Yayorozu. These names. Okay. Now, I would definitely say all of them are quite intelligent, of course. But out of the two that I'm like debating on picking, either has to be Izuki or Momo, because those two, I would say, are the most smartest ones that, at least here, at the moment, are. Because Deku, for example, has been studying heroes for God knows how long, actually. And he does help everyone else in his class about, understanding their quirk, how to improve by, or what kind of fighting style they can do to benefit with their quirk or something like that. As well as when he's learning stuff about their quirk, he finds a way to apply it to his own fighting style as well. For example, when Deku was like studying Bakugo, of course, and learned how to like not fight like Bakugo, of course, but like get some of his mobility and some of his moves down. Well, Doria can basically move around a little bit more agile. Okay, but Momo, I would say though, is another like good example of a very intelligent character. I think she might be the most number one intelligent, mainly because of her abilities in general, creation. Because like she can't just create something. Like if I see my mouse, I can't just make a new one. Like I can't. Okay, like I need to know like basically what it's made out of completely, like with the plastic, the circuitry, the metal, and so on like that. Like I need to know every last detail about what's in the, like what two components of this mouse made out of completely. So if I had to really be honest, I'm gonna say Momo is the most intelligent one out of class 1A. I have to say that. What do you think of Kakatsu? Oh my god, Kakatsu. Why am I saying Kakatsu? What do you think of Katsu Bakugo? Or Bakugo. I'm just gonna go with Bakugo. Again, some of these names are very confusing for me. Please say them wrong. But what do I think about Bakugo? Let's see. He's a worthy opponent. He has great potential, but he is a little too fiery for my liking. Okay? He's a big bully. He got great potential, but the attitude is going to get him into trouble. Honestly, at the beginning, Bakugo was a bit of a handful, but I'm thinking about throughout the whole story so far. Bakugo has been maturing more and been more understanding with all of his other classmates, and actually is a decent guy when he wants to be. So I'm gonna say he's a worthy opponent. Plus, he also is Deku's rival, so I gotta have to pick the worthy opponent. Plus, at combat abilities, Bakugo I would say is pretty up there too. Or at least he is number one. Like Midoriya is still pretty. He has improved a lot, of course, but I think Bakugo is still up there, like combat abilities wise. Which of the students in Class Way has the biggest chance of becoming a villain? Bakugo, Todoroki, none of them, they all are good kids. Any one of them could become a villain. I'm gonna pick this one only because, like, any of the heroes in general, it doesn't matter how, All Might himself could become a villain at some point, or something like that. Same thing as the villains can at some point be a hero. So, honestly, that seems like the most likely or most understanding thing to pick, really, something like that. My opinions. Next question is, which villain of the League of Villains would you be scared to fight? Stain, the hero killer. All for one. Must Stain, whatever. Noku. Noku? Honestly, like, the only way All for One, I'll be fighting All for One is if I'm thinking of these two, really, that's why. But if I'm gonna fight All for One, I would most likely have a quirk that he's intrigued by, or like if I'm seem useful to him in some way. Now, I really doubt that, in a way, because I don't know what a character I'll be, that's the point too, or what quirk I'll have. But Stain will be, I think, the most likely one I'll be scared of, because he'd be the most likely one I might be facing, because Stain goes after any hero in general, and he thinks that they are unworthy. And he is mostly right. No offense, Stain's full of ideal isn't that wrong. Like, most heroes in the My Hero Academia will only do things out of just fame and fortune and stuff like that, and not actually care about the people. They just want recognition, fame, glory, right? Bragging rights and stuff. While like All Might and like Doyo, for example, and some of the other characters, of course, are actually doing it to, legitimately protect people. Like, another example though of selfishness, though, if I had to pick out the students, though, is Uraraka, because she says she's doing it for the money, but in a selfish way. She's doing it for the money to help her parents. So if Stain saw, like, heard that, what would his opinion be? I'm actually quite curious about that. Guys, if you guys, like, I want to know your opinion. What do you think how Stain would feel knowing that Uraraka wants to be a hero for the money, but to help her parents? What's your ideas about that? I'm very curious. But I'm gonna go with Stain. I'll be more scared of Stain. How long can you use your quirk without getting worn out? I can go nearly forever. I can only go for a few hours. It depends on if I end up being hurt. That's probably the most likely one, really. I can go for a long time. However, my power comes in small bursts. I'm gonna go with going hurt only for this one. Reason why is some of the quirks that we have seen can go for a long time, really. Especially like if you're trained to strengthen your quirk and use your quirk for a longer period of time, of course. And stuff like that, because at some point you could probably use your quirk like forever, but it probably depends if you get hurt. Or at least how badly you get hurt. How long have you had your quirk? Okay, this is how long I had my quirk. I was born with it. I was a late bloomer. I got my quirk as a teen. Kinda always felt like it was there. Kinda like the same thing, really, with this too. Like, that's kinda similar. I have had this quirk for a short period of time. This was more a Deku question, but to be honest, if I'm living in the world of My Hero Academia, and, since a lot of people have quirks, I'm most likely will be born with it. Especially, like, depending on, like, what my quirk does, my body has to evolve for the quirk and stuff. Like, think about Bakugo's quirk of explosions and stuff. He sweats nitroglycerin, so that means I would definitely say like Bakugo is like immune to explosions or like high temperatures, of course. So Bakugo, for example, would definitely be good for like fire rescues for sure, because I would say because of his explosion abilities, of course, with those like high temperatures, like burning temperatures and stuff like that. Okay, he had to be born with that, because if I had Bakugo's quirk, like say now, and my body didn't have a chance to slowly adjust when I was a kid having this ability, I probably would be getting tons of burn marks from the explosions I'll be creating. So I would most likely have to be born with it, because depending on what quirk I'll have, my body needs to evolve with it. Or adjust to it. Next one. Does your costume have any bells and whistles? No. My costume has a utility belt that holds all sort of goodies. So I'm Batman then, instead. So Batman's in this world. Yes. I have some special pieces of my suit that helps me regulate my body temperature. That's Todoroki's thing. Probably. Yes, I have a couple of things as part of my costume to help me hide my powers from others. Okay, this is Aizawa's kind of. More because of the goggles, but again, most of the quirks that we've seen don't really need any bells or whistles, right? Like Kirishima doesn't really need bells or whistles, his body's just hardening. He doesn't really need any weapons or like certain gadgets. Like, it depends what it is, of course. Froppy. Okay, I'm thinking Froppy. Like, the only kind of gadget I would see Froppy with having is like maybe like lights on the helmet thing she wears, right? Especially like if she's more going to be like at like I would say water-based rescues, okay? And depending how dark it is, she definitely need those lights. Okay. Deku, not really. Like at the moment he does, just to support him like not breaking really, but that's kind of different. Like once Deku probably most likely masters the one for all, of course. like he wouldn't really need any support items at all. Like All Might didn't need support items at all. So I'm thinking like that reason. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with no. Alright. Do you get along with your parents? Not really. I would like to say I get along with my parents at normal amounts. I get along with them very well, I do, but I don't see them very much. Okay, realistically, to be honest, I don't get along with my parents at all. Really don't, for like, again, personal reasons. I won't get too much details about that, but yeah, I don't really get along with my parents at all. I had to be honest. What kind of powers would your arch nemesis have? Let's see. They'll have an incredible fame. They'll be incredible famous and have henchmen. They'll be super strong. They'll have rock hard skin. It doesn't matter what kind of powers they have. It doesn't matter what kind of powers they have, because you can have probably a lot of arch nemesis, of course, and they're gonna have like various powers and abilities and so on. So I'm gonna go with that. How well do you think you do in the entrance exam? Okay, the entrance exam. Dude, that depends. Like. Okay, pop-ups, ads, you gotta love these things. Gotta love those. Okay, now this, though. The entrance exam. That depends on stuff right there, because I think on the paper exam part, I would do pretty well. I think I'll do decent. But on the battle part with those robots, it depends. Like I said, it depends on my quirk. Okay, I'll fail, I'll ace it, neither of those are correct. At least for me. I'll score in the upper half of the class. I score in the lower class. I'm gonna go and say upper. I'm not gonna put my down too much, but I think I'll do decent. I think I'll do well. Alright, how did your arch enemy became your enemy? Okay. We both have different end games. They bullied me. They a bit obsessed over my success. I have enemies and various reasons. I'm gonna go with various reasons, mainly because you can have a lot of, like, even in real life now, I could have like not enemies, but people that just dislikes me for whatever reason why they dislike me. Doesn't necessarily make them my enemy, but that's kind of like a reason. Like that's like a reason for someone to hate you, regardless of where it is. Do you inspire others now? Okay. Eventually, yes. Yes, not really. No. Honestly, I'm thinking about this as real life too. I'm answering this question like if this is actually like a real scenario kind of thing. And honestly, in my opinion, I'm gonna be saying that a lot because it's all my opinion. But I don't think I really do inspire people. If I do, that's great. But honestly, I don't know if I do or not. And I hope I do inspire people to like whatever I inspire them to do, of course. But realistically, in like my head, I don't think I do. I honestly do not think I do. I have to go with that. How do you feel about ceremonies? I love them. I enjoy them. If I am, it's a waste of time. I'm like meh. Like I do, meh. Like I do enjoy it, but like I don't really care for it. Like I do have a good time at least still. So I'm gonna go with meh. How would your heroics make the news or newspaper? Honestly, I should put down news, not newspaper, because no one really reads the news, like newspaper, that much really anymore. And some people probably do, but nowadays in the age of technology, not really. Because I'm awesome. No, I would never pick that. Because I'm selfless, sacrificing myself to help others. See, that it seemed like you should pick that one because that seemed like heroic. But honestly, I would pick this one, but because of the family name, this is more like Edith's family. Because yes, okay. No, and no. Most likely, it would honestly be this because I would like honestly, I try to help people the best I can, regardless if I know them or not, really. So like, yeah, like this is something I would honestly would do. I would really sacrifice myself to help others, real. If it means they can have the best chance, life or death situation. But yeah, How unique is your powers? Okay, this is gonna be it. I haven't seen anyone else with my powers. My powers is seen once every generation. I always get compared to my family. I always told my powers is very similar to another superhero's power. Okay, this is what I'm gonna pick, mainly because like they're all our powers here in My Hero Academia. They're all quite similar similar in some ways actually. Now there are some powers that can be very unique, of course, but then also like some powers can be like, you know, inherited from family. Like think about Ida's family was. Like it's not similar. They're not the same. They're not exactly the same, of course. But Ida's family is somewhat similar because of the engine base. Like Ida's brother shoots has like engine arms, while Ida has like engine legs. But another person I can think of that has at least a power that's from the family, like passed down from a family member, would be I'm gonna go with a superhero name. I don't remember the name, like real names that much very often. But Headphone Jack. Okay, the one with those headphone ear things, of course. Like her mother has that actually, and she has that too. So that was definitely inherited by her mother. She like inherited that quirk from her mother, of course, but didn't get nothing from the father, or at least didn't get anything from the father, like, or have the father, or a combination of the two. Okay. And like I said, like this one that no one else does, this is more like a combination of two quirks combining into one, of course. Family, stuff like that. And the generation part, like that's what I can see happening too in My Hero Academia. Like sometimes it might skip a generation. Like for example, like if Deku didn't get All for One, of course, and like later down the road he has you know, kids and stuff like that, if he did ever get kids, when he's still just regular Midoriya, it's possible that his kids can either get like a power from like his family side, or probably from the person he's with, of course. Next question. What natural disaster do you hope to never fight in? A flood, fire, an earthquake, a sandstorm. Honestly, I'm gonna go with flood. Like, I do hope I would get like Froppy in this, but because Froppy doesn't breathe on the water, but she can basically hold her breath for a very long time, like a frog would. Okay. But only reason why I said flood is because I think drowning would be the worst way to die. I think it is the worst way to die too. Yeah, I think drowning is the worst way to die, so I wouldn't want that. Hey, a group of villains have invaded the USJ. What would you do? Hey, I'll start to analyze the positions and start a plan to strike. I'll change into. Wait, I'll charge in without thinking. Oh, that's like that's Bakugo, right? I'll stare down the. Okay, that doesn't really do anything. I'll defend the weaker students. Okay, I'll actually pick this one. The reason why I'm picking this one is I'm thinking more of the situation like if the villains knew about like what's going on, like what students is what, and try to attack certain students. Because when I also think about weaker students, I don't think about them being weak really, because I'm thinking about everyone in class 1A. Now, if I was going to defend the so-called weaker students, it's more likely I'll be defending students that have long range based quirks, really. Because I'm not saying they don't have no like hand-to-hand combat abilities, but because they're more specialized in long range, I'd rather make sure they keep the distance and keep have my backup, like have my back and stuff like that. That's the way I think it of like weaker students. Though Mineta is the weakest, I'm putting that out there. Like, so I'm most likely protecting his ass. But do you think you could hold your own against a Nezu? Ooh. I would do better than most. I wouldn't win because of my intelligence, but because of sheer force. Nope. I will be close, but he'll beat me. I'm gonna go. I'll be close, but he'll beat me. I can't say no, but if I at least do this one, I will at least hold my own and like give like other people like or like depending on the like what kind of Nezu I'm facing. I'm more thinking of the one that All Might fought at the USJ evasion. Okay, but like if it's like some other Nezus and stuff, like Nezu's stuff and stuff like that, I can probably hold my own for like until at least other heroes come by, or at least until like everyone's evacuated. But next question is, what would your power limitation be? I have no idea how strong I could be. I can only use it in a short time. I choose not to use some of it, making it difficult to achieve my full potential. The slightest movement can cause it not to work. I'm gonna go with this one, only because there are a lot of I'm getting the results done. Well, it's gonna probably that as well. I'm gonna explain myself for that question. The reason why I picked that one is because I think there's a lot of characters that have like somewhat limitations, of course, for whatever reasons, of course. Like Baku, like I'm thinking of Deku, of course, because Deku can't really like though the overhaul arc actually, well, the fight with overhaul, but he is using 100%. But I have like an idea why he's able to use 100% at the moment. Okay, so some of you guys, there's my result, and I got Midoriya. Holy shit. Okay, but quick, I'll read that, but let me finish what I say. But like some other characters that don't use like 100% because it does have some drawback. I would say is Momo, Todoroki, of course, because if you use one side too much, of course, he'll either get frostbite or he'll probably overheat using his fire. And Bakugo, because did I say Bakugo? No, Bakugo, because you know he does have a limit of his explosions, but he can make some pretty powerful explosions. But back to this. I have Midoriya though. So I am Midoriya. So I was right. I'm Midoriya. I'm happy. Alright, but let me see. Uzuki Midoriya. That's right. Your superhero twin is Uzuki Midoriya, also known as Deku. You are both determined to make your dreams a reality, and are willing to risk everything to get what you want. Although you do have the expectations, you don't do anything underhanded to get from point A to point B. Your determination and drive is unparalleled, and you inspire others to try their best and be like you. Aw, that's a nice one. That actually is a nice one. I actually like that one. I didn't think I would get Midoriya. I really did not think I would get Midoriya. If I only got Midoriya, oh, that would have been bad. That would have been bad indeed. But guys, I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys like me talking about each of these questions a bit too, actually, and stuff, because I like to give like my thoughts about each question and why I'm picking that. And if you guys did this quiz, because again, I let you guys know again, just a quick reminder, I do have a link to this quiz in the description down below. So if you guys want to give it a try, please do, because I'll be kind of curious of what character you guys are from My Hero Academia stuff. And what character you got? If you guys got Mineta, please be honest. I want to know if you guys got Mineta, because I actually would be curious if anyone got Mineta, actually. Or is Mineta this is an option? I don't know. But anyhow, like I said, if you guys enjoy this, let me know in the comments below. And also, one more thing too, is you guys want me to do more quizzes like this, or like challenge videos, like try not to laugh, or reaction videos, please let me know too. I would love to do that kind of stuff. You just gotta let me know in the comments below, and just like if you guys have something you guys want me to do and stuff like that, make sure you have like a link to the like thing, or like the full name of it, just so it makes it easier for me to find or like just get to and stuff like that. Just give you guys a heads up, okay? Because it'll save me some time. That's why I'm being a little lazy about it. But like I said, if you guys enjoy this, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you pound the like button so you guys enjoy it. And if you guys are new to my channel, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon too, so you know for new videos. And until next time, this is Don Beast, helling out.